Alright, so I'm going to make this quick because it is currently 2:43 in the morning and I have spent 12 hours looking at a screen and I'm done looking at a screen for today. So, yeah. Okay, my camera's kind of freaking out. I lit myself up. But either way, this has been bugging me for the last little bit. I have spent a lot of time today thinking because, I don't know, it's just one of those days. But I have talked about this before and I will explain more at the end of the video what this is all meaning, but let me start off with a story, alright? I used to not be a very good person, okay? This is currently stopping me from doing a lot of stuff. If you've noticed, there has been an uptick in the activity on the channel. This is for a reason, but let me start off with the story first. So I used to be not a very good person. In elementary school, I remember it like it was yesterday because it was gonna haunt me forever, but in elementary school, I used to be a bad person for the sake of wanting to fit in because I was a lonely fool who had no friends and felt like I needed to fit in with someone. So I found this group of people and I'm not looking at a script, by the way. I don't know, I figured I'd say that. I'll look you right in the eyes. But I found this group of friends after being really lonely in school for like kindergarten to second grade, something like that. And for second, third, and fourth grade, I spent the majority of that time being a horrible person because I wanted to fit in and actually have friends to be around, not knowing that these friends were actually horrible people back then. Because of the fact I was little and naive, I didn't know much about anything or like what words meant, pretty much, basically, so you're just learning English at that time, basically. So this group of friends had a thing that was like, go be the worst person you can be and you can stay our friend. That was their whole thing. They did it for 3 years, and I was only their friend for like not even a year, but we're in like, so when I got to school in kindergarten, I was like, I have no friends, this sucks, I hate being here. And then that went on for first grade, and then at the end of second grade, I found those friends. So I was like, finally, I have people to actually hang around at recess and whatnot, and I can actually be friends. But like I said, one of their things was go over there and say this awful thing to this person or just be a jerk to them for the sake of being a jerk, and then you can hang around us. And that's how it was for a year, school year. So towards the end of that school year, I had decided that enough was enough. I had gone around to multiple people at that point, and I was just an ass to everybody for some reason. I don't know why, and it ate me up on the inside. Every day I would go home and I would think about like just the way it made me feel to walk up to someone and be like, you're ugly, or whatever I would say. And it wasn't anything outlandish, don't like think it was anything crazy, but it was not nice stuff. And I was mortified by it every single day. I would go back to school and be like, well, I have to keep doing this or else I'm gonna have to not be friends with them anymore. And towards the end of the year, I had decided that enough was enough. I had said something to someone that got me in trouble because, like I said, I was little and I didn't know any better. So like in third grade, you're what, 8? Something like that. Now 8 years old is big enough to know words, but it's not big enough to know like what the words mean. So I would say rude stuff to people. One of the teachers had overheard it and were like, they told me like, you can't do that, you're in trouble, like go to the officer, whatever they said. So I was like, okay, I'll go do that. And then I had gotten in trouble or whatever. I didn't like get a call home or anything. It was just like being like, you can't say that to people, that's rude, go say sorry. So I went and said sorry. And then after I went and said sorry, I had noticed I was like, be nice is a lot better than being a dick for some reason. So I had spent the rest of that year, so we're at the end of third grade, so it's like, we'll just say it's like March. I had spent March, April, and May, because my school where I was gets out at May 23rd or something, and I had spent the rest of those last 3 months finding every single person that I had been a jerk to and apologized, because I was like, look, I had since ditched those friends, and I was like, look, I don't like the way that this made me feel talking to you like this, so I can only imagine how it made you feel. And that was pretty much it. We made amends and we went on about our way. At 8 years old, you can only really apologize so much, but I was mortified by it, and I was like, I am sorry for the stuff that I said, and those kids were not very nice people, and that's pretty much all it was. And the person was like, it's fine, don't really worry about it. Sorry, I'm really sweating, it's so hot in this room. But we had made amends and we're like, don't really worry about it, it's fine, I understand. And we went about our way. We were friends for 2 years after that until 6th grade. Then we went to junior high. Since junior high, I didn't want to repeat the same thing. So instead of doing that, I ended up pretty much hating myself for a long time. And this long time was until not that long ago, present day. Now, I'm pretty good at hiding a lot of stuff. Like, I don't, like, ever let things show. So, I don't think anyone to this day, this is the first time I'm actually saying this to anyone, I don't think anyone knew that I actually hated myself for a lot of stuff that I did and said for a long time. Because it just ate me up inside. I would think about it every night. I still do sometimes, being like, I don't know why I was like that. I was lonely in school because I was a horrible person for like 2 years straight, a year straight. And even though I made amends with the people that I was mean to, it didn't feel like enough. So I went through junior high. I had found some good friends this time, the friends that I have to this day, and they taught me. They were like, yo, don't be a jerk to anyone, just be normal, just be yourself. You don't gotta try to fit in. If you're a likable person, then you could hang out with us, it's fine. And these are the friends that I have to this day, minus my one really good friend who we unfortunately parted ways, but that's besides the point. Well, not really. Even during this time when I had this friend before we split ways, I didn't like myself then either, because I was like, what if I say something that's going to upset this person and all of a sudden I have no friends again? And that didn't happen like that. I didn't lose my friend because of that. It was just a different reason that I don't need to get into. But for the longest time from junior high to the end of high school, I hated myself because I was like, I'm an awful person. I didn't want to be seen as the person that was just mean to people for no reason. And I don't think anyone saw me that way, but I sure as hell saw me that way. So then I get out of high school, and then I come back to this channel, which has made me happy. But even during then, I still hated myself a lot. Like, it got worse after me and my friend split ways, because I was like, I'm just a bad person. Clearly I'm not likable. I can't keep anyone around me for longer than a few years without them leaving. And that was just one instance. I still have 2 really good friends, so it's not like I've lost everyone. But I had hated myself for a long time, even during high school. And then I got the end of here, and I started re-uploading on here at around Christmas of 2024, something like that. Like when my first video actually back was recording, was around there. Then I spent a long time after that still being miserable. And it took years, like 3rd grade. I haven't been in school for 3 years at this point. I am 20 years old. I haven't been in school since I was 17. So in 3rd grade, this was over a decade ago, and I still think about it to this day. My past haunts me like I'm Kratos. It just haunts me. It does, and it always will, which is fine, because it is a reminder of how far I've actually come to be a better person. So I started re-uploading on here, and it was very sporadic, very like bang, 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 long video here, short video here, no videos for 6 months, something like that. And then last year, I started uploading more frequently because I was, again, still hating myself. So I uploaded again more frequently, and I was like, okay, this will work, because I was seeing interactions, I was interacting with people, and stuff like that. Then I started posting on TikTok, where it's instant interactions. Every single time you post, whether it be a like, a comment, something like that. I don't really post on TikTok now, but it was a gateway to me coming back to doing this, because I was like, I have an audience that's already here of 300 plus people, let me keep going. So I started posting on TikTok, where it was instant interactions every single time, like this, and I had realized that I wouldn't be in doing what I am doing now if I was still a bad person. So I was posting on TikTok, doing all that, getting all those things, and people were liking my content. Then I came over here and started posting here, where all of you guys are, and again, it's kind of like an imposter syndrome, because I don't feel like I'm worthy enough, like deserving enough to have any of you watch my channel, just from the way that I've been. But I have changed. I'm not that same person anymore. It's a lot to say that, like, I've changed, as in, like, I'm not gonna remember any of that stuff. I'm reminded by all the stuff that I said years ago constantly, because I'm not that person anymore. And I regret everything I said. I could have had plenty of friends in school if I had just been a decent person for longer than I was. Now skip forward to present day. There has been an uptick. There's a bigger thing of this at the end, but I'm just telling you the timeline. There is an uptick in activity on the channel. I have uploaded every day for the last 2-3 months, something like that, besides like maybe a skip here and there, because I'm not in that same boat anymore. I have learned to appreciate stuff a lot more and realize how fortunate I am to actually have people who come and watch my stuff every day and rarely ever get hate comments. Hate comments don't bother me, it's whatever. Algorithm pushes my video farther. But I have come to realize that it's a lot easier to spread love than hate. I am very fortunate for all of you to watch my channel. It's not a very big channel, but 367 people is a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Like, if you can think about like a stadium or like an auditorium, that's a whole auditorium full of people who have found my channel and subscribed to it. That means the world to me. I don't know what other way to say it besides being cringy. And without you, I wouldn't be doing this, because I'm making content for all of you guys. I like doing it. I enjoy doing it. That's why there's been an uptick on the channel, because I'm not in that same boat anymore. I have realized that I'm more than my past, and I can actually, I changed. I'm better than what I was, and it is better over here than any other way, if we're being honest. So that's my timeline. This, I don't care if 5 people or 50 people watch this video. I am ashamed of the things I did. I have tried to talk about this multiple times before in videos, but I just never put it through, or I would mention it briefly. This is the whole thing condensed down into a 12-minute thing, because this has been something that is holding me back, I feel like, from posting, because I'm like, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing, which makes people not like me anymore, like what happened before? But I don't think that's the case anymore. Apart from me actively losing weight because I'm sweating so much, I have changed significantly. I am a firm believer people can change, okay? Because I've done it. I am not who I was back then. I'm a whole entire different person. I am incredibly more... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I'm a better person than I was. In the words of God of War Ragnarok, who you were back then is not who you are now. Okay? I don't remember who said that. I think it was Mimir. I don't remember. But it's true. Who I was back then was not who I am now. I was a horrible person a decade ago. But still doesn't matter. I am regretful of it because I'm reminded of it every day. You can have your past, but it's a lesson. You can't ignore your mistakes. It's a lesson to be better. And that's what I took it as. So then after I got done making people feel bad for no reason, I vowed, as God is my witness, I said, I'm not doing that again. I will never be like that again. It's easy to put up a front online, but this is me being real with you currently. As God is my witness, like I said, I made a vow where I wouldn't be like that unless someone deserved it. Like, if I need to be more stern to someone, obviously, or rude, it's if they deserved it, not just senseless for no reason. Because it's not necessary to be rude for no reason. It's a lot easier to just be happy and nice. Happy is kind of a meh, because some people are not. Life experiences, I know, trust me. But just being loving towards other people. You don't have to like everyone, but don't be mean to people for no reason, because lo and behold, that makes people feel like shit. Trust me. So all in all is, like I said, this has stopped me from posting a lot because I was like, I don't know, like I feel like something told me back. I feel like it's good to get this video out. It's staying up. I made a video like this before, but I privated it shortly after. This one's staying up, and as the man upstairs is my witness, the Lord himself, I'm not being like that ever again, okay? I may get mad, I may get fussy, I may get annoyed at people. Who doesn't? But I'm not ever, if it can be a joke, right? Like, I'm not actually mad at that person, it can be a joke. But I'm not ever going to just be senselessly mean again for no reason, because that's unnecessary and it doesn't need to be a thing. So like I said, I'm a firm believer people can change. Trust me, I've done it. It's a lot better on this side where I'm just being me, nice to everyone, lucky to have all of you and all that. I don't know, this feels good to get off my chest. I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been thinking about doing this video for a while, and I was thinking, no, it's not the right thing to do, but then it keeps popping back in my head every single night. Every time I'm at my computer, I'm like, I should make that video. So I think this was the right thing to do, to hold myself accountable for the stuff I did a decade ago. I mean, it was a decade ago, I was 8. What really can you do? I was a crappy person back then. But for a decade straight, I've been alright. I don't know, bottom line is I don't like making people feel bad. No one should, because that's a crappy thing to do. And for the sake of repeating myself, it is very hot in my room. I'm sweating, as you can see, my hair is wet. This computer's been on for 12 hours today because I was playing a game with my cousin, and I've just done nothing all day. It's Sunday, okay? It's my lazy day, so I was playing a game all day, and it heated this room up like no other. So, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching my channel, supporting my stuff. I will have more stuff out, daily uploads, maybe double uploads if I can do it. This video might be a double upload. You'll get the finale of Doom and this video afterwards. And then we'll be back up with Twilight Princess on Monday. So, and then we might start a secret one. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But, well, I'm going to tell you what it is because I'm excited about it. It's God of War 3. I wouldn't play God of War 3 for a long time. Or again, for a long time. I've played it, but I've been wanting to play it again. So, one more time, I'm haunted by my past, but it's there as a lesson to be better, and I'm better. I'm not the same person I was. You can be better too. If you are a crappy person right now, right, or you don't think you're a good enough person, think about the stuff that you've been saying to people, and if, you know those things in school, it's like the think calendar, like think, is it nice? Is it necessary? Do that. If there's something you're not sure of, think twice about it and then say it. Obviously, you don't have to be nice to everyone. I know the circumstances differ, but in my case, it was unnecessary, and I regret it. So yeah, if you are a crappy person right now, you think you want to be better, do it. I promise it's worth it, and I hope you will find peace, because it's a lot better to be peaceful and love everyone, apart from the people, if you've been wronged by someone, whatever your circumstances might be. But for general, just liking everyone and not having problems with anyone, I have no enemies is pretty much what it boils down to, and I have made amends with all the people that I have wronged. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant that I have. No gameplay, no nothing. I'm gonna do these more, just like little talking things, because I like talking, if it wasn't obvious. And also, I'm standing up. I bought a desk that I haven't used standing up because I had an HDMI cord that was about this long and I couldn't stand my desk up, so now I'm standing up. My camera, though, my camera, is a webcam, so it's hooked on top of my monitor. I got hiccups, I'm sorry. I got to get an actual camera so it can be more up here, so it can come down like this instead of being straight on. So that's for in the future, though. But thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, thank you for supporting me even though you didn't know I was hating myself at the moment. That's really all I can ask for. And for the sake of being doubly cringy, spread love, not hate, okay? And I will see you guys on Monday. This video is going to come out late Sunday. No, today's already Sunday. Monday. So then on Tuesday we'll start Twilight Princess. So this video is going to come out at like 8 or 9 p.m. on Monday and all that. So I will see you on Tuesday for the resumption of Twilight Princess. And like I said, I'm going to round this out to 23 minutes. I used to do this back in the day. And like I said, spread love, not hate. Okay, it's a lot easier to be a better person than it is to not be a better person. I love all of you, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.